All right. Well, welcome everybody. This is Milana Lishchinsky, and this is a sold out coaching program secrets training, a webinar. Hi, Jordan. Good to see you here. We're going to be talking about quite a few things around coaching programs. I've been doing coaching programs for many years, specifically group programs. And so I'm excited to be sharing my secrets and information with you today, and also answering your questions. I'll stay to the end to answer questions. So what I'd like to do is just get us started and switch to slides. There are some things that I want to be showing you. I think that that's going to be really an easy way for you to also receive this training. And so if you've ever tried to sell coaching programs online and you feel like you've been disappointed, with the results, there are many reasons why. And so I want to address those today and show you what to do when a coaching program fails, when you're trying to put a program out there and it doesn't work. So we're going to talk about that. And maybe you weren't sure what to do next, trying to fix it. So this training is for you if that is where you are right now. So let me go ahead and share my screen, and we'll get started. So, and I'll probably go off camera just so that I can fully focus on the training here. And so welcome everybody. I'm gonna go ahead and turn off my camera. It just helps me focus, and hopefully you as well. But it's really frustrating when you have put your heart and soul into a coaching program and it doesn't sell, and you're not necessarily sure why or where to even get started, right? Troubleshooting. And so my name is Milana Lishchinsky. To those of you who may be a little new to me, I'll introduce myself real quick. I'll just say that, I can tell you a lot about myself, but there are three things that I want you to know about me right now. First of all, I've created over 150 coaching programs and courses, and these programs have generated over $7 million in sales online. And I've also had the pleasure and the privilege of teaching over 30,000 coaches how to create, market, and monetize their programs online. And so that's why, for that reason, today's training is called The 4 Biggest Secrets I Learned While Selling $7 million worth of coaching programs online, how to successfully create, market, and monetize your online programs. And as promised, I will stay for questions. So if you have any questions, you are welcome to pop them into the chat, guys. You can also hold the questions until the end so I can actually see it, because questions get moved up as more people put the questions in. And we are live. This is a live training. This is not a recording, so you'll hear maybe a little bit of background noise. I do have my dogs. For some reason, they don't like the UPS man. And in the 11 years that I've had them, I have not figured out how to get them to stay quiet in my house. So that might happen, just giving you a warning. Now, again, before we dive in, I would love to know, who do we have on the call? What's your niche? What's your expertise? Just give me a quick answer. This is my niche or this is my expertise. Just put a quick answer. I'm very curious who is here with me, and I'll take a look. I'd love to see what you say. All right. Anybody wants to share business and people development? Okay, social selling, that's interesting. Okay. Anything else? Healthcare. Yep, Denise, you said that. Wonderful. Hi, Jane. Fibromyalgia coaching from Dan. Rennie. Okay. We Raise Philanthropists. Awesome. Harriet, relationships. Nicole, marketing how-to for offline businesses. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. Very cool. I do see, Linda, you put something in the Q&A. Just use chat, guys. It's much easier for me to actually see it, so I don't have to click everywhere. All right. So, and the cool thing about coaching programs and getting success and results with your coaching programs is that it doesn't really matter what your niche that you're in. I just wanted to know kind of to get to know you a little bit better, because you can create a sold out coaching program no matter what your expertise is, and no matter who your ideal client is, because the same principles apply in every niche market. So when a program doesn't sell, we usually try to figure out what went wrong, right? And then we try to fix the problem. And in my experience, there are usually 5 things that, let's see, there are 5 things that most people do when their coaching program doesn't sell. And I want to talk about these because usually these things will not fix a coaching program, and they will not necessarily bring you the more results. So I want to talk about that. Number 1, most people will try to do more marketing, right? Like, let's do more marketing. We create more social media posts. We reach out to more people. We start buying more ads. We get more promotional partners. But if the program is not positioned right, or if the offer is weak, more marketing and visibility will not help. You will just waste your time and money. And if you're using promotional partners, I call them JV partners, you will actually repel your partners in the future. So more marketing is not necessarily the answer to fix a coaching program that didn't sell. Number 2, this is something that we naturally tend to do, right? I've done that. We may try dropping the price, because what if it's overpriced? What if we're charging too much? Maybe maybe there's a lower price point. What happens though is very often a lower price point actually will attract the wrong clients and make you work harder for less money. Not the best way to scale your coaching business, right? So lowering your price is not necessarily the answer. Number 3, we try to beef up the offer. We add more bonuses. We include more coaching, more training, more access. But very often, more bonuses make people feel overwhelmed or believe that the main program just isn't good enough without the bonuses. I don't know if you ever felt that way, but anytime I see a lot of bonuses, I start questioning the value of the actual program. What if the program is not strong enough that they have to load so many bonuses into it, and I kind of get overwhelmed? And a lot of people feel the same way. Your potential customers, I'm sure, look at all the bonuses and look at all the other things, bells and whistles you try to add, and they are either overwhelmed or they question the value of the main program. The number 4 is we're offering free sessions. So maybe offering free strategy sessions will sell your coaching program better. However, it takes a lot of time, and it doesn't really allow you to scale your business, since your income would still rely on you closing clients over the phone, right? So the reason we love coaching programs and group coaching programs is because we want to leverage our time. We want to scale our business. And so by putting free strategy sessions into that mix, unless it's a very high-end program, which absolutely makes sense for you to get on the phone with people, typically you want to close people right on your website, or right through email, or right through a video or a webinar, right? So offering free strategy sessions requires more muscle, maybe a bigger team, or more time. And so that's not usually the ideal way to actually fix a program that doesn't sell. There are other ways to do that, and we'll talk about that today. And then finally, when nothing works, we just decide to scrap the program. Many people decide to just stop selling the program because they're just not sure what else they can do to get results, right? So what should you do instead? How can you create that sold out coaching program next time and every time? I will be giving you my 4 biggest secrets. I call them the 4 factors of sold out coaching programs. But before I do that, I want to, talk about something that I don't hear a lot of people talk about. A lot of coaches, even after years of running a successful coaching practice, struggle to sell their programs online. And I want to talk about this because this may be the root cause of why you might not be getting the results that you want from marketing your coaching programs, right? So here's the reason. Because selling a program online is very different than selling it one-to-one, whether it's offline or in-person meeting or through free sessions, connecting with people, right? Selling a coaching program online is very different than when you try to sell it one-to-one. Here's how it's different, and this is something so key. I've coached so many people around this idea because this is what keeps, holds people back from getting the results they want. So this is what it takes to sell one-to-one. You start by asking questions. You build rapport. You take time to understand their biggest challenges. And then you customize your program to their unique needs, right? This is what happens when you talk to people directly. This is how we sell. We ask questions, build rapport. We try to understand their unique challenges, and then we create a custom package, custom coaching offer, right? So you're basically selling by creating a personal connection. Achieving the same effect online requires a very different approach. This is why even if you've been selling coaching successful already, one-to-one, you might still be puzzled and confused why your coaching programs do not sell online. So how do you shift? How do you shift your approach? And hopefully this will make sense to you. And I would love to get some feedback on this distinction, because I had to learn this by working with a lot of coaches who were operating in a local area, and now they wanted to sell their coaching online, and it wasn't working, and they were confused and frustrated. So this is a huge distinction that I learned, and so I'm going to share that with you right now. So selling online looks like this. This is how you want to think about it. First, you want to decide who your ideal clients are. Then you want to decide what problem you want to help them solve. And then you want to create a perfect program for them. This is how you want to think about it. And then your program becomes a perfect match for your ideal client, because you already know what the problem is and who they are, and they're just ready to buy. So the reason that most coaches don't sell their programs online is because they're applying a one-on-one approach to online selling. Does that make sense? Like, can you see, how much easier it would be to get people to sign up for your programs if you understand this shift, this approach? Even if you never have a conversation with them, because you have created a perfect match program for them, they'll sign up, right? So how do we do that? The question is, how do we do that? Now, if we haven't met before, I just want to say that before I started my business, my coaching business, I was a music teacher and I was a web designer, and I was absolutely clueless about building a business, let alone creating products and selling them online. That was like something completely new to me. And I remember spending months trying to tweak and test to see what people would respond to. And that's where some of my best lessons learned came from, even from the failures, right? And since then, I discovered exactly what makes a coaching program sell and how people make buying decisions, especially online. There is a different energy about selling online than when you sell one-on-one. And that is this is the thing that I want you to understand. And as a result of all these lessons learned, I was able to create a 7-figure business, buy a house of my dreams, and pay for my kids' education. And so this is really, really critical for you to hear, because I've successfully sold many different coaching programs and products, but my best-selling program online generated 306 sales at $2,000 in a matter of 2 weeks. Yep, that's a $600,000 coaching program. And this was not an accident. It was a strategically designed offer with the right marketing strategy based on everything that I learned over the years. So If you are excited about creating sold out coaching programs, but you're not sure how to do it, I will give you my 4 biggest secrets today. So if you're ready, go ahead and say yes in the chat. So I have your attention while I sip my bottle of water. Give me a yes in the chat if you're ready to hear the 4 secrets of sold out coaching programs. All right. So you guys are asleep. Either that or oh, there we go. Okay. I actually have a bunch of yeses in the program. So it's not you, it's Zoom. Zoom is asleep. All right. Lisa says, you're speaking to me. Me too. Yes, that makes sense. Wonderful. Yeah, I'm not sure why these chat messages didn't show up before. Thank you. Terry says, I'm wide awake. I took a nap before we started. All right, awesome. So let me talk about this. So I will share with you the 4 biggest secrets, and I'll also tell you how you can get my personal help with your programs, where you can tap into my 2 decades of creating and monetizing coaching programs online. And so let's start with the first one. The first one, I call this, those of you who have worked with me before will recognize it because I talk a lot about this. I really believe it's at least 25 to 50% of the success of your coaching programs. At least that is where I find the biggest juice. This is what allows me to supercharge all of my programs. So here it is. I call it the big idea. Every successful program has a hook or an angle. It's a unique angle or a unique hook. And a big idea helps you make your program stand out in your niche and make it instantly more marketable and easier to sell. By the way, I just want to give you a warning. If you're taking notes, this will be the chunk of the training where you may want to have a notepad nearby. Not only will you want to maybe jot down some of the things I'm saying, but maybe something will come to your mind and you'll be able to see, to maybe come up with something for your own program. So I think that will be very handy. So again, the big idea helps you make your program stand out and make it instantly more marketable. And it's also a lot easier to sell when your coaching program does come from a place of a big idea. Now, without a strong big idea, your program will get lost in the noise of all the other programs that your potential clients are exposed to. People need to hear something different. And that's a big part of a big idea. They just need, different is half the battle. Everybody, like I woke up today and I already received 11 emails about getting more clients, creating a funnel and like all the same stuff, right? So it's kind of the same. It's hard to see who is different and, what's out there that's a little bit more different or unique. So you don't really know. As customers, potential customers, we don't know what the difference is, right? All we see is what is being told or said to us. So here's what a big idea must do. It must do 3 things. Number 1, it has to create a meaningful discussion. There's something to talk about. It has to inspire discussion. It has to inspire people to change their beliefs about something. Whatever you're marketing, whatever you're promoting, whatever your program is about, you want to inspire people to change beliefs. And number 3, it needs to be a total game changer. At least they need to see it as a total game changer for their life or business. If you have a big idea that does all 3, and you can communicate these things when you talk about your program will sell so much better. There's just going to be this power and solid ground for you to talk about something. And having a big idea, in my experience, literally eliminates competition. It just pushes all the other programs and products out of people's minds because they just heard something different, unique, and hopefully the way you present it, it's also better, right? Can you see how this can make a difference to your coaching program? How much your program would stand out even in a crowded space, and also how much easier it will be to market it. So having an idea or a message, I don't like to use the word core message because these words have been really overused, and core message is not enough. You need to take it to the next level. It needs to be a big core message. It needs to be something you stand on. It needs to take what you believe, take people to the edge of what you believe, right? So that's what a big idea is. So that's the first key to a highly successful online coaching program, having a really strong, big idea. Number 2, a hot offer. I have no idea what kind of car that is. I'm hoping it's a Porsche. I'm not sure. Creating an offer that makes it possible for your ideal clients, that makes it impossible for your clients to say no to. You want to identify all the essential components, deliverables, bonuses at the right price point. All of that is critical to your program's success. And then you must present it all as a very highly valuable investment. That's what makes a hot offer. Now, do you have a hot offer? Let's find out. So if you think about your coaching program right now, you know that you have a hot offer when, number 1, it's easy to explain. Because a confusing offer doesn't sell. People's attention span is just too short to try and figure out what you're selling and what your program will do for them. Whenever I ask somebody, I notice that over the years, when I ask somebody, how is your program different? They'll start explaining their process to me. And I'm thinking to myself, that's just too long. I'm already bored. I want to hear one specific statement of what it does, right? And it takes a little bit of thinking, right? To understand how to explain. And sometimes it takes somebody else to tell you, right? I am currently marketing my new coaching software, and I found it fascinating that somebody else was able to explain it better to me than I was to her. And so, sometimes we just need somebody else to hear us, what we say, and then reflect it back to us in a more simplified way. Number 2, it's easy to create marketing content around your offer. There's lots to talk about without actually teaching the content from the program, right? Sometimes that, people are worried like, well, I don't want to talk a lot about my program because then I'll end up teaching it. So that means that your program needs, that your offer needs tweaking. Bottom line is your offer needs to be hotter, right? Because you ideally want to have to be able to create marketing content and conversation around it without giving away the farm, right? And number 3, and this is my favorite way to make sure that I have a hot offer, promotional partners are excited to share it because they believe the offer will sell. The moment I get somebody asking, do you have an affiliate program? I'm like, yes, they got what I was trying to say, what I'm trying to do, what I'm trying to offer, right? So that's these are the 3 things that you want to look at. Is your program easy to explain? Is it easy to develop marketing content where you have conversation around the topic of your program, but you're not actually teaching your program? And then finally, do promotional partners get excited when you talk to them about it? I call them JD partners. You might call them promotional partners, maybe referral partners, however you refer to them. Let me just check in with you guys. Yeah, for some reason, your questions do not show up for me until I click on them. Okay, let's see. You make this sound so easy. Well, thank you. And I will say that it's not easy, but it's simple. And I actually do have a formula for creating a big idea. There's many different ways to come up with it. And there's also a lot of ways to mess it up. I've worked with clients in my coaching programs in the past where they were convinced that this is a big idea, that this is a great idea. Then they start testing it, as I encourage you to do, and people don't get it, or they don't it's like, okay, so what? They don't get excited by it. So we can definitely talk more about that, but I just want to, if you have easy, just proves that making it sound so easy just proves that the offer we haven't even heard is a hot offer, right? Okay, I don't know if there's a question here and there. Dan is asking, can you explain more about that? It's easy to create marketing content, maybe an example. So let's say I'm selling a program. I'll give you an example. I was just recently marketing a program, a coaching program on how to create a virtual summit. Well, I'm honestly, I can talk about virtual summits for days, and I'll still will not give away my program in that conversation, right? I can talk about why it's important to do one, the biggest mistakes people make about it. All of this is content, it's marketing content. I can talk about the things that people do wrong around virtual summits. I can talk about comparing virtual summits to other strategies. You see what I'm doing? Like all of that allows me to have a conversation about virtual summits without actually teaching what's inside of my program. So that's what I mean. And I think hopefully I answered your question, Deanne. All right, let's move forward. So number 3, we have number 1, big idea. Number 2, hot offer. And how do you know you have a hot offer is it's easy to explain, easy to create marketing content, and it gets other people excited to talk about your program. Now, even if you have a big idea and a hot offer, it doesn't mean your program will sell, let alone be a sold out program, right? You need a hungry audience. What's a hungry audience? You want to put your program in front of the people who are already searching for your solution. So over the last 20 years, trust me, I've sold so many programs that sometimes I will do something like, well, people don't know they need my program. I'm going to tell them, right? That rarely works. Because it takes too much time and too much change is required in people's minds to convince them that they need my program. So the easiest way to put yourself in front of a hungry audience is to market it to people who are already searching for your solution, right? They already know that they have a problem. They already decided that they're ready to invest in a solution. All they need now is to see that solution, and that's you, that's your program, right? Marketing your program, the easiest way to find a hungry audience is to tap into existing groups, because marketing your program to existing groups is a lot easier than trying to build your audience one person at a time. And you can do that either through social media groups like Facebook groups, LinkedIn groups, through joint venture partnerships. You can even do that by speaking to groups, as long as you then get their information and can follow up with them by either inviting them to a free webinar or a website or getting them into an email sequence, right? But marketing to groups, if you want to fill your coaching group, you need to marketing to existing groups. It's going to be much easier and faster to fill your group. So number 3 is having a hungry audience. Who are the hungry audience members? They are people who are already searching for a solution. Number 4, and this is the last one that I want to talk about, making the offer. When you sell one-to-one, you actually have to make the offer and ask for the money. And many people don't like asking for the money, right? When you ask for the sale online, you can do that on the webinar, in a video, in an email, on a sales page, or in a combination of any of these, which might even be considered a launch or product launch. If these words are part of your vocabulary, then you'll know what I mean. And so there are 3 things you want to do to make the offer work, or to making the offer work. The first thing you want to do is you want to demonstrate the value of your offer. You just have to show that your offer is valuable, that there's going to be a return on investment, that it's going to change their lives or businesses, that it's going to have long-term benefits, all of those things. Demonstrate the value of your offer. Number 2, you need to tell them how to buy. Whether it's click the button or send the payment or go to this link, right? And number 3, You need to tell them why they must buy now. And this is where creating an authentic scarcity strategy is really important. Sometimes people will say, well, um, you have to buy by tonight. But why? Or I will only sell 100 of these. Yeah, but why? People need to know why. And I will actually demonstrate all of these to you today so you can see what I'm talking about. So just to summarize, the 4 biggest factors of sold out coaching programs: you have to have a big idea, something that supercharges and makes your program stand out from the rest in your niche. Hot offer, something that people clearly see the value in, and it's going to be an irresistible offer, some people call it. And number 3, hungry audience, people who are already searching for a solution to invest into. You don't have to convince them that they have a problem. You don't have to convince them that they need a solution. They already know all of that. All they need right now is, give me the solution. Show me that there is something out there for me, and I'll buy. And number 3, making the offer, right? Allowing people to buy, telling them how to buy, and telling them why buy now, right? Knowing how to implement these 4 things requires a solid understanding of marketing, positioning, conversion. And it also requires learning how to strategically put your offers together and present them in a way that people want to buy. So the question is now, how do you get that knowledge? How do you master sold out programs? So I believe that there are 3 ways of doing it. Number 1, you can buy a lot of training programs and courses that teach you how to do all of that, right? And then spend years on learning and implementation. This can be super time consuming. Like for me, it took me 15, 20 years to learn how to do all of that. It can be expensive over the long run, and every course has its own method or system. So many people actually end up confused and overwhelmed. Every course leaves you with a lot of questions, no one to ask. And the more you learn, the more confusing and fuzzy things tend to get, right? So when you try to figure out how to apply this information to your business, you end up spending a lot of time and energy trying to make it work, right? Does that sound familiar? Right? Lots of courses, lots of learning. You can be stuck in that learning mode forever. You could also hire a marketing coach, but that can obviously cost thousands of dollars. And even then, you might not get the most relevant and useful advice, because most marketing experts, in my experience, focus on the digital marketing strategy, things like traffic, ads, funnels, right? Selling a coaching program requires creating an emotional connection with potential clients and a strategy to enroll them into your program. And only those who have successfully filled coaching programs online truly understand what it takes and how to line up all the pieces in your business to create a profitable program, right? And you can really experiment and discover what works through trial and error. And of course, that can take a long time. That's the 3rd way. A lot of people will just do trial and error for years. And it can get really time consuming and really expensive. So what is the answer? Is there a shortcut that would get you the results that you want and help you create sold out coaching programs anytime you want? So I spent almost 2 decades and tens of thousands of dollars learning the strategies and methods that have allowed me to create a 7-figure coaching company. And I want to offer you a shortcut today, because I know how frustrating it can be to create your coaching program and then not be able to sell it. Your heart and soul go into putting your program together, and you can't wait to share it with people and help them transform their lives, to help that impact to finally take place. And when it doesn't sell, you might feel like you failed or like you didn't do enough to get people to see the value. And that's why I created a brand new program called Monetize Your Programs Coaching Lab. This is your ultimate shortcut to learning how to create sold out coaching programs fast. Monetize Your Programs is a membership-based coaching club where you will get my personal feedback, ideas, and insights and tap into all of my experience to learn exactly how to create sold out coaching programs. Here's what you get when you join. You will get feedback, support, and encouragement from the group. You will learn how to, you'll learn from the challenges of other members, and you will learn how to break through the blocks that have been slowing you down and holding your results back. Most importantly, and this is the reason that I created it, is because you will learn to think like a marketer and develop a real understanding of what gets people excited to invest into your coaching programs, and of course into any product that you trying to sell online. Now, most programs are filled with training modules, blueprints, videos, workbooks, expert interviews for you to go through. Not in this program. All you need to do is show up and receive my coaching, feedback, and ideas for your programs. The coaching lab is really designed to help you get maximum results without feeling overwhelmed. So let me tell you how the program works. We meet twice a month on our live coaching lab sessions. Each session is a 75-minute live group session, and I will offer you laser coaching, give you feedback on your specific programs and offers, make suggestions to improve your marketing materials, or simply help you move forward with clarity and confidence. Each session is full of golden nuggets and breakthrough moments for people in the group. So whether you have a question or a request, you will walk away with new ideas and wisdom that you can apply in your own business. After 20 years of selling coaching programs online, what I can do is quickly get to the issues that stop you from filling your program and make the money that you want. And of course, we record every session, and a replay is posted the same day for your convenience. There's also a private member-only Facebook group to stay connected between our live sessions. This is where you can share your biggest insights, celebrate your wins, collaborate with other members. Now, here's the most important thing for you to know. A lot of coaching clubs have hundreds of members, and everybody just kind of shows up and get information. This group will max out at 25 members. I already invited 6 people that I wanted to be in this club, so we already have just 19 spots left. So everyone can get the help and attention that they need. You'll be able to submit your biggest question or challenge ahead of time, or simply come to learn from watching me coach other members on their coaching programs. You will not be lost or unheard in a crowd of many. You'll walk away from each session with new insights and understanding of how to increase your sales. So I always want to make sure that each session is helpful to everyone, whether you ask a question or you're just there, to learn from the questions that people are asking. I know that, you want to know what the investment is. And so I'm going to tell you, and before I tell you, let me say that I spent 2 decades and over $100,000 learning the strategies and methods that I'll be sharing with you in the Monetize Your Program Coaching Lab. My coaching packages start at $15,000, and I only work with a handful of private clients. So this coaching lab is an affordable way to get my feedback, coaching, and insights on your business. For that reason, your investment is only $197 a month. There are no long-term commitments. You can cancel anytime. You can join today and then cancel if you don't feel it's the right fit for you. Although, of course, I hope that you love it so much, you'll stay with me for at least a year and continue to hone in your marketer's mindset, the mindset and the skill set that will allow you to create sold-out coaching programs. If you know you want to work with me and a group of like-minded coaches this year, and entrepreneurs, if you're ready to join, here's the link, simplicitycircle.com/lab. And remember, the program is only limited to 25 members. 6 spots have been taken already, so it's really just 19 that are available. I will stay for questions, but let me just say, remember these, right? By simply showing up on live calls, you will master these 4 biggest factors. You'll be able to come up with your big idea, hot offer, find your hungry audience, ask for the sale. You'll really master marketing, positioning, and conversion without going through hours of courses and videos and all of that stuff that you've probably already gone through, right? So if you've been disappointed by the results from marketing your coaching programs online, this program will be an amazing place for you to discover how to create sold out coaching programs. And if you are one of the next 5, I will include my big idea formula training, which will help you make your coaching program instantly more marketable and desirable. It will help you learn how to communicate the value of your program so that people can't wait to join. And it will help you stand out among other programs in your niche market, right? This training is worth $1,000, but I never sell it separately. I only share it with clients when they need some help in this area. Again, the link to join is simplicitycircle.com/lab. If you've never been in any of my programs, let me just share real quick what my clients say about my coaching style. In fact, this program was born out of somebody else's, several people said, is there another way for me to learn from you on an ongoing basis? Like, I would like to continue learning from you. So this is what clients really say. Jennifer Deep Stratton, the high ticket sales success coach, said, I can finally see a way to add another $500,000 without working harder or cutting into profits. My focus is, as you may know, on simplicity. I really want to make sure that I give you suggestions and insights and coaching that will not put you into a place of burnout. So I'm definitely very mindful about what it takes and what you need to be doing to create results without feeling overwhelmed. Christine Closer, the transformational author, coach, and the creator of the Transformational Author Experience, says, I always feel my excitement, enthusiasm, and passion come back when Milana is teaching, which is awesome because I love teaching. Jamie Siv was in one of my programs, and she specifically was excited to see all the advice and all the suggestions that we work through. She's saying Milana has an amazing ability to see the essence and simplicity of any issue and help you find quick solutions. And I recently worked with Michelle Morana, who is a camera charisma expert, who says she can see what needs to change and has math skills to create that change in an instant. I love that, how we completely repositioned her program and refocused it. And Jim says that even for a business doing high 6 figures, Milana always sees a path to scaling it with less work. So I just wanted to share that with you because if we've never worked before, it might help you see a little bit how the coaching works. And so here's the link to join again, simplicitycircle.com/lab. And I want to include, so I will stay for questions. So we'll probably be here for another few minutes, maybe 10, 15 minutes. If you join me by the end of this webinar, I will also include something that I literally thought of this morning because I felt like it would be such a great addition to this offer, speaking of offers. And of course, I'm demonstrating how you create a strategic scarcity strategy. So number one strategic strategy, a scarcity factor, is that there's only 25 spots and actually only 19. And here's a second one. If you are, are one of the first 5 people to sign up today, you get my big idea formula training. That's the second scarcity strategy. And here's a third one. And this is probably the most urgent one. So if you join me before the end of this webinar, before I close Zoom, I will also include a monthly subscription to my brand new group coaching platform called Group Coaching Genie. I noticed that we already have people on this training who already purchased this platform. In this case, if you would like to sign up for the Monetize Your Programs Coaching Lab, it will be included with your membership. This tool allows you to create and deliver your group coaching programs with ease and scale your business with groups. This is what I use, and this is just the inside of my Group Coaching Genie account. And this is what I use to deliver all my coaching programs and share content with my clients. You can see that I have all my programs in here. You can create unlimited groups, programs, modules, bring everything in one place. I'm going to be launching Group Coaching Genie next month, but you'll be getting free access, free account with your Coaching Lab membership if you sign up before we end today. So here's the link again. Let me check the questions. I will be staying for questions. Give me 1 second to regroup myself here and open the chat. All right, let's see. The chat takes a bit of time. So simplicitycircle.com/lab is where you can join. I'm not sure why chat takes a while to open up on my screen, but I'm waiting for it to show up. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and, there we go. Okay. When does the lab meet? The lab meets, Karen, can you answer this question for me? So I know for a fact it meets on Wednesdays. I believe it's at 2 p.m. Eastern, but I can't remember whether it's first and third or second and fourth Wednesday. Maybe Karen can jump in and answer the question. Thank you so much. Second and fourth Wednesday of the month we meet, and I think it's at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific. Let me go up. Let's see. Rennie says, okay, thank you, Rennie. And thank you, Karen, for posting the link. Only what if you're just starting out to create a course just now? Doesn't matter if you're planning to sell your coaching programs and courses online. I can absolutely help you get it right the first time. Actually, I'll talk about that in a moment. Will any of this be delivered with the Group Coaching Genie? So there, Terry, remember what I said, there's actually no content in Milana's Coaching Lab. Now the big idea formula training, yes, it will be delivered through Group Coaching Genie, so you get to experience it as a client as well. Genie is a genie for sure, so easy to use. Thank you, Jamie. Let's see, okay, thank you for including Genie, it's so fabulous, yes. Do you play the piano? Yes, I do, and I can see you play harp based on your email. Is it mainly for online programs? Yes, it is for online coaching programs that you deliver through a conference line or through Zoom or however you like to do that. That's pretty much what I call an online program. And I'll answer a few questions. Continue, please, to post your questions in so you can see exactly, so I can see what you're asking. But some of the questions already came in before this call, so I put them on the screen for you. Can I really make money online with my coaching programs? I will say that selling your coaching programs online is not rocket science, but you need to think strategically about it. So in the Coaching Lab, you learn to think like a marketer, so you can easily position, package, and promote your programs with clarity, confidence, and ease. That's really the goal of the Coaching Lab. I can relate to people who are asking this question. I've tried before and it didn't work. Do I really have what it takes to market my programs online? So when you put your program out there and nobody buys, it's very frustrating, and you know, you start questioning your ability as an entrepreneur, right? So that's kind of important to address. And there can be so many reasons for that. It's hard to tell where to even start looking, right? You can be reading books and buying marketing courses for years, trying to figure this out on your own. In the Coaching Lab, I literally look at your program, at your offer, at your marketing, at your sales page, if you have a sales page, and identify, quickly pinpoint the problem and identify the next steps that you need to take to improve your results. Because, I know exactly where to look. I'm like that plumber who comes in and knows which pipe to knock on to find the problem, right? And this will really save you months of learning and help you master the marketing mindset that you need to be successful online. Here's another question that I received. I don't have a coaching program yet. Will this program help me create it? Absolutely. In fact, you will learn how to do it the right way and avoid the many mistakes that a lot of coaches make when they create programs in the first place. You'll be able to quickly create a highly marketable program that will be easy to sell. It's really interesting when I start working with clients and they're so attached to their programs and it hasn't been selling in 7 years. So what can we do? It's hard to get people to change their mind about what they're selling. And so that's something that we work on. But if you don't have anything yet, great, let's create something that can be easily marketed. All right, so let me see, there are a few more questions here. I see, yeah, I'm a brand new coach. I think that's a similar question to what somebody already asked. Let me go back for a second. I'm a brand new coach. Should I be joining? So if you're just starting your coaching program, chances are that you're still in the process of discovering your niche, looking for your first clients. This program is designed more for those who have already been building their businesses and they're now ready to scale by offering group programs and products. So if you're just starting out, I would say probably not for you if you don't even have a business yet, if you don't know what your niche or expertise is. But if you have something in place and you want to scale, that is definitely something I can help you with. I'm not a coach. Can I still join? Yes. If your goal is to create and sell coaching or training programs online. So whatever your expertise may be in, if your dream is to develop profitable online programs, I would love to have you as a member. And the last question, I believe, or like maybe one more. I'm already successfully selling programs, would like to take my online sales to the next level. Is this program for me? Absolutely, because you will bring your program to our coaching lab sessions. We'll look at it together and we'll find those buttons to push to increase your sales even more. As I said, my most profitable coaching program was the one that generated over $600,000 in 2 weeks. And the difference can be, a simple tweak to your offer or a simple tweak to your idea or how you talk about it, right? So I would love to help you make your sales go up a level and see how we can do that together. So here's one question that I definitely want to address. How much coaching time will I get with you? So the answer is, this is a group program. It's a coaching club. All the coaching will be done during our coaching lab sessions. This is where I will offer laser coaching, feedback, insights on your challenges. You will also get feedback from other members in the group, right? There is no one-on-one coaching in this program, but I'm happy to talk to you privately if you need more of a private coaching. Last question, is there a guarantee? So the membership is risk-free. Attend our twice-a-month group sessions, enjoy the laser coaching, learning, connections. If you don't find that this is the right place for you, just email me and request a cancellation. There are no refunds, but you can cancel your membership at any time. So you have nothing to lose, but gain at least a month of awesome learning and coaching. So again, the link is simplicitycircle.com/lab. And let me go ahead and check your questions here. Bummer, it takes a while for me to see the questions in the chat. I'm just waiting for the chat to open. That would be a good question for Zoom. Karen, maybe we can chat with that because I'm still waiting. I already opened my chat, but it doesn't open while the slides are on. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and stop sharing and maybe that will get it faster. All right. I have questions. I will email you privately. Awesome. What does the Genie replace? It would replace Access Ally. However, there is no software that does what Group Coaching Genie does, because it literally puts everything for your group coaching program together. Access Ally is just a membership plugin that allows you to deliver content. Group Coaching Genie is that and much more. It automates your live coaching call reminders. It allows you to share replays in the same place, in the same container. It comes with weekly check-ins, client journals, so there's a lot of engagement in there. You can customize training tracks for individual members in the group. There's just so much more you can do. It's really designed for you to deliver live group programs. You can also use it to work with private clients and share custom content with individual clients. Let's see. Yeah, I'm just looking through all of that, depending on what's important to you. Okay, awesome. So Karen, if you can drop a link in again. Oh, wow, it's we are almost at the top of the hour. I wasn't sure how much time we have left, but let's see if there are any other questions. All right, so simplicitycircle.com/lab is where you can join. So happy to have been able to share this with you. Hopefully you had a lot of takeaways and a lot of food for thought. If you've been struggling to fill your coaching programs online, I would love to jump in and help you bring your programs to our twice a month sessions. There's so much value, even if you don't have a question specifically, even if you're not ready to share your programs, just to attend the sessions and start developing that mindset that allows you to make the switch in your mind about what it takes for you to get somebody excited to pull out a credit card and give you the money. Like they're the different things, and that's a specific kind of mindset and skill set that takes a little bit of time. But if you've gone through all the learning and you understand all the courses are out there for you to go through, and you just want a more individualized approach for you, this coaching lab is a perfect solution. What officially is the Genie product called? It's called Group Coaching Genie. Group Coaching Genie, just like for group coaching. Group Coaching Genie. You're welcome to check it out, groupcoachinggenie.com. But again, if you're planning to sign up for the Milana's Coaching Lab, and monetize your program coaching lab, it will be included with your membership, just to sweeten the pot and to demonstrate the scarcity strategy, the authentic scarcity of the offer that I was teaching today. So be sure to sign up before I close Zoom. You have maybe a minute or so to do that. If you would like Group Coaching Genie to be included in the offer, I would be delighted to support you, to help you move, shift from selling coaching one-to-one to actually selling programs, whether you already have a program or you've already made 6 figures with your coaching program online and you want to make 7. It doesn't matter, because I look at all of your individual requests, and you can submit your questions and requests before the call, and we get together twice a month to discuss what you can do to improve your results and to hit those blocks out of the way. So thank you so much, guys. It was great to have you here. If you have any other questions, I guess I'll put my email in here. Milana@milana.com is my personal email. You are welcome to send me an email, ask any questions, and have a great rest of the week. And hopefully I'll see you inside. Thank you so much, everybody. Bye. Bye, guys. Thank you for being here.